In a dramatic turn of events, newly released footage has confirmed a significant blow to the United States' missile defense capabilities in the Middle East, highlighting the escalating tensions in the region. The visuals, disseminated by state media from Qatar, depict the aftermath of a destructive strike on the ANFPS-132 early warning radar site near Doha, causing widespread concern and strategic reevaluation among defense analysts and military strategists. The AN/FPS-132 radar system, renowned for being one of the most advanced and expensive in the U.S. arsenal, was heavily damaged by Iranian strikes on February 28th. This system was not merely a military asset, but a critical component of the U.S. global missile defense network. Its capabilities are formidable, able to detect missile launches from distances exceeding 5,000 kilometers within minutes. The radar's destruction represents not just a tactical setback, but a strategic blow to missile detection and response times in the Middle East. What makes this incident particularly alarming is the unique status of the radar in Qatar. It was the only ANFPS-132 system deployed outside the United States, underscoring its importance as a linchpin in the region's missile defense architecture. With a replacement estimated to take between 5 to 8 years, this creates a significant gap in missile detection coverage, leaving the region vulnerable to potential threats. The ANFPS-132 system's loss is compounded by the fact that it relies on thousands of advanced transmit and receive modules, offering continuous surveillance rather than intermittent scanning. This capability is crucial in a volatile region where quick detection can mean the difference between neutralizing a threat and suffering devastating consequences. The radar's destruction is a reminder of the delicate balance of power in the Middle East, where every strategic asset plays a crucial role in maintaining stability. The implications extend beyond the immediate tactical loss. The ANFPS-132 radar was part of a broader network of early warning systems designed to provide layered detection across vast distances. Without such systems, response times shrink, uncertainty increases, and the risk of miscalculation grows exponentially in an already tense environment. In addition to the damage inflicted on the AN/FPS-132, the Iranian attacks reportedly destroyed multiple AN/TPY, 2 X-band radar systems linked to the THAAD missile defense network across Jordan, the United Arab Emirates, and Saudi Arabia. These systems, each valued at hundreds of millions of dollars, are critical components of the region's defense infrastructure. The coordinated nature of these strikes, carried out within hours of U.S. and Israeli operations against Iran, suggests a high level of precision and intent to cripple the missile defense capabilities of their adversaries. The immediate impact of these strikes has been devastating, with critical radar systems the missile defense networks in the region have faltered, creating vulnerabilities that Iran quickly exploited in the ensuing weeks. By late March, Israeli sources assessed that Iranian ballistic missile strikes were achieving a success rate of nearly 80%, a dramatic increase attributed largely to the degradation of radar-based detection and interception systems. This means that missiles, which might once have been intercepted, are now slipping through weakened defenses, striking targets with far greater effectiveness and raising the stakes of every subsequent exchange. The footage of the ANFPS-132 destruction serves as a stark reminder that modern warfare extends beyond mere firepower. It is about information, detection, and the ability to preempt threats before they strike. When these capabilities are compromised, the consequences ripple across an entire region, altering the course of conflict in ways that are both immediate and long-lasting. As the Middle East remains on edge, the geopolitical landscape is rapidly shifting. Behind closed doors, a major power struggle is unfolding. Iran has drawn a firm red line, demanding an immediate halt to Israeli strikes on Beirut as a condition for continuing negotiations with the United States. The warning was blunt: continue the bombing, and Tehran walks away from the talks. According to a report by Press TV, this threat prompted urgent intervention. Washington reportedly pressured Israel to scale back its attacks, fearing further escalation could derail the fragile ceasefire framework tied to Iran. Signs are emerging that this pressure is having an impact. According to Israeli media, more than 24 hours have passed since evacuation warnings were issued for Beirut's southern suburbs, yet no major strikes have followed. However, this pause is limited and highly conditional. While there may be a temporary lull in Beirut, the conflict is far from over in other parts of Lebanon. The Israeli military claims it has CK more than 120 Hezbollah targets in southern Lebanon in just one day, continuing its campaign to eliminate what it calls immediate threats. The consequences of this ongoing campaign are devastating. In Nabatea, Lebanese reports describe a horrific massacre after airstrikes hit multiple locations, including a state security office, killing at least 8 personnel. Rescue teams are still pulling victims from the rubble as ambulances rush the wounded to overwhelmed hospitals. Adding to the outrage, strikes have reportedly hit ambulances and fire trucks in southern Lebanon. Israel claims Hezbollah uses such vehicles for military purposes, but has not presented clear public evidence, fueling anger and concern. In a significant development that underscores the growing tensions in the Middle East, newly released footage has shed light on a major setback for the United States' missile defense capabilities in the region. This revelation comes after state media from Qatar published visuals showing the aftermath of a potent strike on the ANFPS-13, too early warning radar site near Doha. The images have sparked widespread concern among defense analysts and strategists, prompting a strategic reassessment of regional defense postures. The AN/FPS-132 radar system, known for its sophistication and expense, suffered severe damage due to Iranian strikes on February 28th. This radar was not just a typical military installation. It was a vital part of the U.S. global missile defense network, capable of detecting missile launches from over 5,000 kilometers away within minutes. Its destruction represents more than a tactical loss. It's a significant strategic blow to missile detection and response times in the Middle East. The singular status of the radar in Qatar amplifies the gravity of this incident. Uniquely, it was the only ANFPS-132 system stationed outside the U.S., highlighting its critical role as a cornerstone in the region's missile defense architecture. The estimated timeline for its replacement spans 5 to 8 years, which presents a considerable gap in missile detection coverage, potentially leaving the region vulnerable to further threats. This radar system's loss is exacerbated by its reliance on thousands of advanced transmit and receive modules, which provide continuous rather than intermittent surveillance. Such capabilities are indispensable in a volatile region where swift detection can be crucial in neutralizing threats. The radar's destruction serves as a stark reminder of the delicate balance of power in the Middle East, where every strategic asset plays a pivotal role in maintaining stability. The incident also reveals the precision and coordination behind the Iranian strikes. Reports indicate that Iranian attacks targeted multiple high-value radar systems linked to the THAAD missile defense network across Jordan, the United Arab Emirates, and Saudi Arabia. These strikes, executed in tandem with U.S. and Israeli operations against Iran, appear to have been meticulously planned, aiming to incapacitate the eyes and ears of missile defense systems across the region. The immediate impact was profound. With critical radar systems disabled, missile defense networks began to falter, creating vulnerabilities that Iran quickly exploited. By late March, Israeli sources reported an extraordinary success rate of nearly 80% for Iranian ballistic missile strikes, a dramatic increase attributed largely to the degradation of radar-based detection and interception systems. This means that missiles which might once have been intercepted were now evading weakened defenses, hitting targets with far greater precision and effectiveness. The destruction of the ANFPS-132 radar represents more than just a tactical setback. It undermines the broader architecture of early warning systems that rely on layered detection across vast distances. Without such systems in place, response times shrink, uncertainty increases, and the risk of its calculation grows exponentially in an already tense environment. The footage of the radar's destruction is a powerful reminder that modern warfare extends beyond mere firepower. It is equally about information, detection, and the ability to anticipate threats before they strike. When these capabilities are compromised, the consequences can ripple across an entire region, altering the course of conflict in ways that are both immediate and long-lasting. As the Middle East remains on edge, a complex interplay of war, diplomacy, and high-stakes negotiations is unfolding. Behind closed doors, a major power struggle is in progress. Iran has drawn a firm red line demanding an immediate halt to Israeli strikes on Beirut as a condition for continuing negotiations with the United States. The warning was blunt: continue the bombing and Tehran walks away from the talks. This assertion, reported by Press TV, reportedly forced urgent intervention. Washington, fearing further escalation could derail a fragile ceasefire framework tied to Iran, is said to have pressured Israel to scale back its attacks. There are indications that this pressure is having an effect. Israeli media reports that more than 24 hours have passed since evacuation warnings were issued for Beirut's southern suburbs, yet no major strikes have occurred. However, this pause is limited and highly conditional as the conflict continues unabated in other parts of Lebanon. The Israeli military claims to have struck over 120 Hezbollah targets in southern Lebanon in a single day, part of its ongoing campaign to eliminate what it calls immediate threats. The consequences are devastating. In Nabatea, Lebanese reports describe a horrific massacre after airstrikes hit multiple locations, including a state security office, resulting in at least 8 fatalities. Rescue teams are still working to extract victims from the rubble as ambulances transport the injured to overwhelmed hospitals. Adding to the outrage, the error reports of strikes hitting ambulances and fire trucks in southern Lebanon. Israel alleges that Hezbollah uses such vehicles for military purposes, but has not provided clear public evidence, fueling anger and concern. In a statement, a spokesperson for the resistance declared, "We will not accept a return to the previous state of affairs, and we call upon all officials to immediately hold these unwarranted and free concessions." We stand united as a sovereign state, a dedicated army, a resilient people, and a steadfast resistance to protect our cherished nation, to fully restore its rightful sovereignty, and to definitively expel the occupying forces. The spokesperson continued, "The Israeli enemy found itself utterly defeated on the battlefield, unable to stand against the brave heroes of the resistance. It was utterly unable to carry out the promised ground invasion despite its frequent and loud declarations. Its soldiers and officers were ensnared and fell into the meticulo. Usually planned ambushes set by the Mujahideen, its armored vehicles were utterly destroyed at the critical crossroads linking the various towns and villages." He accused Israel of resorting to bloody criminal acts by targeting civilians in densely populated neighborhoods and towns to mask its battlefield failures. Amid the destruction, diplomatic efforts are struggling to keep pace. U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance is on his way to Islamabad, Pakistan, stating that Washington is ready to negotiate, but only if Iran acts in good faith. At the same time, he warned any attempt to manipulate the process would be met with a firm response. In a brief statement before departure, Vance expressed optimism. Asterisk, "Look, we're looking forward to the negotiation. I think it's going to be positive. We'll, of course, see, as the President of the United States said, if the Iranians are willing to negotiate in good faith. We're certainly willing to extend the open hand. If they're going to try to play U.S., then they're going to find that the negotiating team is not that receptive. So we're going to try to have a positive negotiation. The president has given us some pretty clear guidelines, and we're going to see. So I hope you guys have a safe flight." We'll certainly take some questions later on, but for now, let's get on the plane and hit the road. Thank you. App stacked, all eyes are now on Islamabad, where crucial talks are expected to take place, as the stakes could not be higher if the bombing resumes in Beirut. Iran has made it clear that negotiations will end immediately. Should talks collapse, the region risks being pushed even closer to a broader, more dangerous conflict.